What is up? This is your boy Anecdotal, and today I'm gonna hook you up with a guide for agency assessment. Man, listen, rule number one, play the game mode. There are way too many people that are like TV, right? Over level 60, TV 6 or something like that, man. They are over the level, they are over the cap, and their BP is not even at 50k. Very bad. Now, let me explain to you why that problem first arises and how agency assessment has almost everything to do with it. Number one, your level does not mean your characters get any stronger. What it does mean is that you can go ahead and break through every 10 levels, farm whatever you need to farm to get there, and then max out your character to level 120. But that's not where the power in the games come from. Where everything kind of comes from is actually co-op. See, a lot of people are misunderstanding the game and not realizing that this is a co-op centered game. Most of your games will be through co-op. That's where your game comes from. So the gear that you have, upgrading that gear, modifying that gear, enhancing that gear, and then finding gear sets and re-rolling the particular substats of that gear all happens through agency assessment. So how do we get good gear? Ask somebody, honestly. So you might not be strong enough to go ahead and finish the assessment that is according to your level. I can see that as a problem for many players because honestly, at this point, I'm carrying a lot of players that I shouldn't have to be carrying. And I'm free to play. So that's insane to me. Here you go. So, first off, always play agency assessment on day number 1. That is when the vast majority of players will be playing agency assessment and the vast majority of permits will be used. Now, for a lot of the casual players out there, they're only really playing agency assessment 12 times because according to the weekly quests that you have, you can get hero coins simply for playing the game mode 12 times. Doesn't matter if you get a B, doesn't matter if you get an S or an A, as long as you complete it, you can get hero coins simply as a weekly quest playing the game. I believe 9 to 12 times. You could easily just check the weekly and you'll find out. Now, that doesn't even matter because the best thing you can do is at the very least play it 5 times for the entire week before reset. Why? Because 5 times you have a guaranteed probability. Well, not, I shouldn't say probability. You have a guaranteed chance to get a legendary gear. Only 5 times. So no matter what score you get, whether it is S, A, or B, as long as you complete it and it is of a floor stage 10 or higher, you will get legendary gear. Now those are 5 separate times. If you get an S ranking on floor 10 and you get to flip over 3 cards, that doesn't mean that all 3 will be legendary. That just means that one of the 3 are guaranteed to be legendary. Even if you get lucky and 2 of those 3 are legendary, you still have 4 more chances or 4 more guarantees of getting a legendary. And that's how it works, man. That's where the grind actually comes in. So everyone will always, or should always, have those 5 guaranteed chances taken. They should take advantage of it. And all you need to do is go ahead and clear floor 10. Now, if everything over floor 10 is too hard for you, I would tell you to ask an alliance mate or just leave your in-game name down below and I'll find you. I'll add you. If you go through the effort of writing it out, I'll add you. Or if you join the Discord and just tell me what it is, if you go through that extra step of asking for help, I will of course, pick up that helping hand and I got your back on agency assessments. Now, I might not have your back all the way to the end, but at the very least, I could help you clear floor 15, which of course leads to the second big tip. As long as you clear floor 10, at the end of reset, you're just given an additional extra legendary gear. And I believe after floor 12, you'll get a second one. And then at floor 15, if you can clear that one, you will get 3. So on top of the 5 guarantees, as long as you are active enough and you could at least beat floor 15, that's 8 legendary pieces of gear simply for playing agency assessments weekly are guaranteed. All right, so maybe 6 to 8, depending on your BP or depending on your connections with people that can help carry you. Now, just talking about carrying etiquette, because I do carry quite a few people. Dude, once we get to the higher floors, try to use your best characters, man. I'm not that OP. I'm not gonna beat the stage by myself unless it's a lower stage. So what I've done is with All Might, and this is me trying to just get some more hero coins, I beat stages by myself with my permit. Now you could also do this for the first few stages and guarantee yourself some clears, 1, and 2, get yourself some hero coins in the long haul. So I think it's like 10, 30, 50, like I don't remember what the exact numbers are, but as long as you beat agency assessment by yourself, solo it, you will slowly accumulate wins doing that, and it's one of the achievements. So the more you do it, at some point you will end up having free hero coins. It's just a nice free to play way to grind it. Now I can only get up to stage, I believe, 13 and on manual. So my guess is if I play, I mean, not on manual, on auto. If I believe if I play on manual, I will be able to get further. All right, the other big thing is in your aligned shop, make sure to be in a good one, get the special alloy. Now, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think that maybe the first 2 weeks, feel free to go for normal alloy. But after that, go for special. Even if you're going to miss out on normal, go for special. And if you're in a great alliance that is in first place, always doing alliance war, always opening training, and you're always happen to be in the good enough time zone that within the 3 hours that alliance training is open and you could actually play it, if you could afford to get both the special alloy and the normal alloy, get both. There you go. Once you do that, you can easily boost your gear, and boosting your gear is one of the biggest upgrades because it allows you to do gear modification. And gear modification is almost nothing. Also, the more you play co-op, the more you can get gear that you don't really need. And in that, you can go into the store and sell it to get yourself more alloy. Now, the only way to get special alloy is the alliance or events, which is why you should always get the special alloy, because you'll get the normal alloy just along the way as you play. But special alloy, gonna have to wait for like one-time events that last maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and we have had a pretty like dry content type of week. Well, past few weeks, we've had a whole lot of rerun banners. It's like they're all preparing for something super huge, but the more we wait, the more anticipation slowly fades into kind of just irritation. So, yo, hurry up and update the game, man. Let's go. We're all ready for the movie. But let's go ahead, stick to topic, agency assessment. Now, just to reiterate, 1, make sure to play at least 5 times a day. Make sure to play on the very first day. That way you get your guarantees. Now, don't worry, even if you miss the first day, the second and third day, people are still very active in the permits, and you should be able to find a team. If not, join a good alliance. Make sure to go ahead and get alloy there, because the whole point of doing agency assessment is to increase your BP via gear, and that's honestly where the biggest gains are. The other place, of course, is another place in co-op called Team Up, but you know, honestly, for Team Up, just do easy if you're really struggling, and that way you could upgrade your chips. That's as far as I'm gonna go in this video for Team Up, because this one's more focused on everything you can do for your gear through agency assessment. The second thing is, if you're not strong enough, don't be afraid of not doing agency assessments at your level, because though you are not able to get legendary gear, or for some reason if you're actually using gear that isn't legendary, dude, don't worry about it. just get those 5 guarantees and make sure an alliance may help you. Join the Discord, maybe someone in Discord could help you, or just ask me and friend me, and I'll get rid of somebody in my friends list. I do have a lot of active people though, but I'll make some room to help you out. And that way you don't need to worry about that. But other than that, make sure to play lower levels, because you will still get enhancement vials, you will still get modification kits, and you will still get just random other gear that you can sell, and in turn get more modification kits, get more alloy. Alloy's number 1, make sure to do that, or more enhancement vials. Do not waste energy trying to get vials when you can get them for free doing assessments, even low level assessments. That's the biggest thing. The one huge trap in the game is going to the supply area to go ahead and farm vials. That would be ridiculous. The only time you ever want to play it is for your very first clear, because you get a little bit of extra. But that's about it. Never do that, man. Never. Man, is that a huge rookie mistake. And you know what, man? At first, I was kind of scared to play co-op, because I saw that you had limited entries and didn't realize that you would just get it automatically. The second thing is insert your permit. So on the upper right side, you can insert your permit, man. I know a lot of people that I kind of just join and then I see that their thing's on level 1 and I'm like, bro, just insert your permit. Let's go. Let's get that W. The other thing is maybe you're getting kicked a lot. And that might be because you're not using characters that are appropriate enough or their BP is just too low. One of the saddest things I am noticing is that Ida is getting kicked way too often, and I think that's because a lot of people don't know how to play Ida or choose to do it in autoplay. So for those of you that do have Ida, like I have Ida, he's at what, like 56k or 60k BP, and I have nothing on him. That's just all gear. And yeah, all gear and some cards. I use him at level 3, right? Like, I don't use him for anything high. Sometimes I use him at level 9 or 6 because, as you've seen in my other video on how you can go ahead and get hero coins for doing, like, random things, one of the assessment levels that you actually can just slowly garner hero coins for are beating these specific stages that are all different multiples of 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. As long as you beat those stages a certain amount of times, you can actually, at some point, accumulate hero coins for getting those wins. So try to go ahead, you know, if you want to beat those stages. But before that, make sure everything is that that you do is stage 10 plus. Now, even though it's not guaranteed for the next tip to beat and get something for stages or floor 10 and up to get guaranteed legendary gear, there's still a low chance that you get it. Now, some people are saying that it's a lot lower than it really is. I don't know. Maybe that's because the vast majority of the characters that I have are able to beat floor 10 and up. So I'd say on day 1, just try to beat everyone. Like use all your characters that you can, that, you know, it's responsible enough for you to actually put those characters in there. I would say conservatively 50 BP and up for those stages. And if it's a really good character, maybe just slightly less. And if it's a bad character, don't even think about it. Some recommendations for characters that you might want to power up that are free to play. Number 1 would be Froppy, Asu. Really, really good character and is also ridiculously OP for Super Co-op. Number 2 is Uraraka. Also really, really powerful, especially early to mid game. Late game, she falls off a little bit, but she is still very usable. She's actually my first SS Plus character because of how good she was for me in the mid game. And I would say probably Electric Boy, man. Yeah, I would have to say Electric Boy. So, Denki, by the way. So, Denki's actually really good at SS Plus. Like, he's scary good. He becomes good almost out of nowhere. He comes from being someone that might get kicked out of a team to someone that might actually rank first in DPS. That's the kind of craziness you get with Denki. Shout out to my boy S, who actually mained Denki. He is ridiculous, man. Suddenly, man, he's like top 3. It's insane. So yeah, man, you can go ahead and work on him as well, but he does take, you know, a little bit of tender love and care, kind of just like Ida, but Ida has a super high damage potential for like one-on-one damage. And other than that, like, I wouldn't say work on Ida unless he's like your favorite and you plan to actually work on him and learn his rotation and actually play manually. There's a lot. But everyone else, dude, just auto. You could auto with Asu, you could auto with Uraraka, and you just make sure that you work on them a little bit, and they will do a lot of work for you. Denki's also okay. Red Riot, not that great. So Kirishima, not that great. And that's about it, man. As much as I would want to say that Mineta is going to be nice, he's not. he really isn't. Especially because a lot of his moves miss, and Denki also has... no, Deku. Deku also has that same sort of issue with his Q, where he would lift you up and then not do anything. You know? Like, Tokoyami's a little bit like that. Where when he gets into a shadow form and he, like, kicks you up, he doesn't always slam you back down. But for him, his DPS is still pretty high, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, for free-to-play characters, Uraraka, of course, very good from early to mid-game, so you want to pick her up. Froppy, really amazing, even into late game, especially for Super Co-op, so don't miss out on her. But this has been your boy, Anecdotal, and if you like this video, man, make sure to like it, share with anybody from the MHA community, and of course, don't forget to make yourself known, and comment down below. And of course, if you have any questions, I got you. Peace.